Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the first module of forensic entomology. So let's start the session. So in this section we are going to deal with the topics such as overview of forensic entomology, career opportunities and scope in forensic entomology, classification of forensic entomologists, role and importance of forensic entomology in the investigation, taxonomic key in entomological identification, significance of forensic entomology in legal context. Then last one is the limitation and challenges in forensic entomology. So let's start the session. So uh, when we say about the talk about the entomology, we have to know about the insects. So what is mean by an insect is a small arthropods which having 6 legs or more, and also they have one or more than 2 pairs of wings. This is basically we called as insects. So its scientific study is basically known as entomology. So what is an entomology means? Entomology is a scientific study of insects. So this word entomology is derived from the two ancient Greek words that are entomono, that means insects, and logia, that means study or knowledge, that came together as entomology. This entomology have various kind of branches. It's an interdisciplinary subject, so it have various branches, that's such as insect taxonomy, insect pathology, morphology, toxicology and forensic entomology, etc. So today's section we are going to deal with the forensic entomology. As we all know, what is forensic science? So forensic science is the application of knowledge of science to solve the legal matters. It's provide a solving key in the legal proceedings. Okay, so when we combine with this forensic science and entomology, the forensic entomology is the application of study of insects and other arthropods to the legal matters, particularly in criminal investigations. In this, they intersects the biological science and the criminal justice system, in which they study the life cycle and the behavior of insects that helps in the legal proceedings for a crucial evidence. Next is the historical development of forensic entomology. This historical evidence of this forensic entomology can be discovered from in ancient time period. So that is from 1000 to 35. In that year, as we all know about the Song Si, a Chinese investigation officer who write a book on washing away of wrongs. In that book, he first documented the use of insect evidence to solve a criminal case. We know about the sickle case. In that time they did a murder in the field, so there is no options to find that evidence in that time. At last, this investigator, what he did means, he set the farmers to come in the field with their sickles. After that, sometimes the sickle having the blood remains, the flies are attracted. So in that they came to know that this person only did this particular crime. So they solved that case. So it's the first case who reported the insect evidences in solving the criminal case in 1235. So that is the first entomological evidence we can see in our history. Second, in 1668, Francisco Redi, he experimentally proved the maggots arise from the eggs laid by the flies by disproving the spontaneous generation. In 1855, Berrigat de Herbosis, he first applied the entomology for the estimation of postmortem interval. The postmortem interval means it's the time period between the death and the discovery of the body. So he first applied this entomology in postmortem interval estimation. Then in 1881, Hamran Renhed conducted a systematic study on insects associated with ex-human body. Then in 1895, Jean Pereira Magnin, he identified 8 stages of human decomposition uh, based on the insect succession. Succession means it's a colonial pattern. Then in 1916, from this 1916, the entomological development is more vast. So in 1916, this Derry Payne, he reduced the 6 stages of decomposition to sixth stage, means from 8th to 6th. In 1984, forensic entomology recognized as a scientific discipline, and in 1996, the entomology uh, came to as a routine applications in the legal and death investigations. This is the historical development of forensic entomology, and now the father of modern forensic entomology is Bernard Greenberg. We can see the picture of that scientist here. So next is the three main branches of forensic entomology. Forensic entomology consists of main three branches. First is medical legal entomology. So this medical legal entomology mainly focusing in death investigation and criminal cases. And in this, the medical legal entomologist, the person who dealing with this medical legal entomology, they are known as medical legal entomologists. They mainly work on this medical legal entomology. So they closely uh, work with law enforcement, medical examiner, and pathologist to determine what uh, postmortem interval related to the investigation. So in this medical legal entomology, it mainly, this branch is helpful in homicide investigation, suspicious death, and identifying the remains. So its key application of this branch such as estimating minimum postmortem interval, determining if a body has been removed from the original place or not, identifying the season and geographic location of the death, detecting the presence of drug, poison, or toxin in the decomposed tissue, providing evidence of antemortem injury or wounds, documenting the cases of abuse or neglect in living individuals. So these are the key application of this branch. Second one is the urban entomology. So in this, they are mainly deals with the cases related in urban areas. So it's mainly involved in the issues such as pest infestation in structure and their economic impact. So here they mainly deals, this branch mainly deals with the in, we can see in some place the pest will grow and produce in a uncontrolled manner. In that time there should be a destruction of the property or the structure whatever, and it affects in, mainly affects more in their economic impacts. So this urban entomology mainly deals with in this kind of cases, and the person who deals with this uh, area we called as urban forensic entomologist. They mainly investigates the cases related to property damage, landlord tenant dispute, and building code violation that is related to the pest. So the main cases involved in here: terminate damage and associated financial claims, bed bug infestation in hotel and rental properties, cockroach problem in food establishments, structural damage caused by the carpentry ants or wood boring beetles, property liability, and negligence cases. So in this urban entomology, they basically deals with the pest that causes the destructions of the property, landlord, or in agricultural fields because of their unwanted growth and reproductions. They may be the destructions of the things. So this urban entomology is basically deals with this. Next one is the stored product entomology. In the stored product entomology, this branch mainly focusing on the insect contamination of commercial food products and its legal ramifications. Here they what they investigate means they provide the claims for the contaminated commercial products that is available in the market because of the spoiling that occurs due to these insects. So they mainly deals in the providing in help in providing claims, and when this infestation, when this pest affected this thing is started, and from which source this product is contaminated, and also they helps in the providing expert testimony in some cases related to this pest contamination related to the product. So the typically investigation mainly deals with what all the kinds of case means food contamination in manufacturing facilities, infestations, timing in packed goods, product recall determination, insurance claims related to pest damage, regulatory compliance violations. So in this cases mainly this branch mainly investigate. That means they investigate basically the contaminations that is happened to a commercial available food product, and they helps in claiming the things to the owner who have this uh, damage. So next one is the how a forensic entomology work. So here we have to give a important thing is that uh, when the forensic entomology works, they have to underline some for fundamental principles. That is, the insect colonies remains in predictable and pattern sequential pattern. That meaning is that this insects that coming to feed this corpse, they have a predictable and a sequential pattern. That means every species not come in together. Every species that come in that have different decomposition states. Not every species of insects come to the body and feed. They will come according to the stage of decompositions, and so we can easily note the succession pattern. Because of the colonizing pattern we can easily identify from that. So in this we have to keep in mind that the principle is that the insect colonize is predictable, and also it is in a sequential pattern. That means the species, every species don't come together, it will come in different stages of decomposition as one by one. So this is the principle that we have to keep in mind. Here I given in this table the insect succession timeline. 0 to 2 days first colonizations take place. In this time which all the flies will come means blowfly will come, then flesh flies will come, then 2 to 7 days it is the active feeding stage. In this phase mainly we can see maggots, and also additional fly species also came. In 1 to 3 weeks advanced decomposition will occur. In that time beetles and later fly stages also we can see here. Then after 3 plus week the body started to dry, so we can found as dry remains. In this time mites, moth, hide beetles and cheese skippers like this primary species will come according to the each stage. So next is the what all the evidence is forensic entomology provided. So here what all the evidences they provided means they provide minimum post-mortem interval. Why they are saying minimum post-mortem interval means we can't say it as exact correct time. We can only say is the minimum post-mortem interval by looking the oldest species, by checking the age of the oldest species that is found in that body. Next is body relocation. It provide the evidence of location in which the body is found. In sometimes the places where body we found exactly not the crime is committed, By analyzing this forensic entomological evidence, we can find if the uh, body is moved from this place, or the body is found in that place only. Next is wound detection. In this, the insects preferably colonize the wound, aiding in injury identifications. Sometimes the insects go deep into the body. So according to the colonization of the wound of these insects, we can find which kind of injury is happened. Next is toxicological evidence. Insects accumulate drugs and toxin from the tissues. For example, if that person is died because of poisoning and these insects are feeding on them, and after some times we can't recover that body, but we are recovering the body after 6 days or 10 days, we can only get skeletonized remains. So in that time we can't do any tissue processing, or we can't find any tissue. So in this time, these insects those who are present in there, they started to feed that body already, and it's already the remains tissues are over. In that time, by checking that insects, we can found that which drug or which toxins that causes the death, because these insects started to take that feed that tissue, no. So they will started to take that one, so we can, from that we can see that one. Then next is seasonal and geographic information. Species presence indicate the time of year and locations. If not every species of insects present in the same time, it will present in some of the year or months only. So by analyzing the seasonal geographic informations, we can found us the time of year and location of the crime that committed. Then neglect documentations. In this, leaving victims with insect infestation provide evidence of neglect. Here means the living persons who the persons who are bedridden by the bedridden, and they are ignored from the family. If they have any injury or something, nobody is there to look them. So what they will do means, the wounds not properly treated started to forming the insects. So by seeing the insects in that time, we can found that whether they neglected them or not. So these are the evidence that is forensic entomologist provided. Next topic is the career opportunity and scope in forensic entomology. So forensic entomology is a growing specialized field that offers so much of career opportunity at the intersection of biology, law enforcement, and criminal justice. So here are some of the career opportunity regarding the forensic entomology. First is the forensic entomologist. They mainly works with law enforcement agencies and forensic laboratories. They helps in their work is to assist in estimating the time since death using the insect life cycles, and provides expert testimony in the court of law. These are their roles. Next is academic and research scientists. They basically deals with the teaching of forensic science, entomology, or zoology at universities. They may conduct research on insect succession, decomposition pattern, and climate effect. They publish scientific papers and develops new forensic methods. So these are the role of this academic and research scientist. Next one is the crime laboratory specialist. They mainly employed in the government or in private forensic laboratory. They analyze insect specimens collected from the crime scene, support medical legal investigation. Next is the medical legal consultant. So medical legal consultant are the persons who work with the forensic pathologist and medical examiner. What their role is there means, they have to assist in death investigation involving decomposed bodies, and have to contribute to cause and manner of death analysis. Next one is the fifth one is the wildlife and environmental forensic expert. They have to investigate wildlife crime, poaching, and illegal trend that is happened in wildlife. Next is they have to do insert evidences to determine the time and location of the animal death. Next one is the private forensic consultant. They provide independent expert opinion, and they have to assist in legal frames, insurance agency, and investigative bodies. So these are the major career opportunities that is related to forensic entomology. Next is the major area of scope. As I told there, it helps in estimation of postmortem interval. It helps in the reconstruction of crime scene. It helps in determining the manner of death, whether it is homicide, suicide, accidental, or natural death. They helps in detection of abuse, of neglect, as the person such as elder neglect, child abuse, or unattended death that happened use on insect attack. Then next one is the toxicological analysis. I already said the insects feed on the tissue and helps in revealing the presence of drug, poison, or toxins in the tissues in case the amount of tissue is not available in the body when we are recovering the body. Next one is mass disaster and DVI case means a disaster victim identification cases. In this time, they helps in assisting the times since death in the natural disaster, accidents, and war related facilities. Next one, wildlife and environmental forensics. They helps in investigation, poaching, illegal wildlife trade, and environmental crimes. And last is the civil and legal investigation. It helps in and the mainly application in insurance fraud, food contamination cases, and sanitation related dispute. I said about the main branches of urban entomology and stored product entomology. It's applicable in the civil and legal investigation. So these are the major scopes of forensic entomology. Then next is the classification of forensic entomologists. So, this much time we study about forensic entomology and branches of entomology. In that time only, I mentioned about the medical legal entomologist, urban entomologist, store product entomologist. Here we are deeply going to discuss about them. So forensic entomologist. Who is a forensic entomologist? A forensic entomologist are the scientific expert who use insects and other arthropods found on or near the decomposing body that helps him to solve the case. So, a forensic entomologist can be classified in various ways based on their specialization and role. So, here this forensic entomologist can be classified upon two, that is classification based on specialization and classification based on professional role. So, we can go through it detailedly. First, we are going to discuss about classification based on specialization. Here, first one is the medico legal or medico criminal entomologist. Here, there I already said, here they focus primarily on death investigation and criminal cases involving the human remains. Their main area of focus are postmortem interval examination, homicide investigation, suspicious death cases, mass disaster, uh, abuse, and neglect. The typical casework they are involved in, such as analyzing insect specimens collected from human remains, determining species present and their developmental stages, calculating the degree hours or accumulated degree days, correlating insects evidence with weather data, providing expert testimony in criminal trials. So these are the major casework they have, means major role they are doing. So next one is the urban forensic entomologist. So this urban forensic entomologist, I already say they mainly deals in the civil matters like pest infestations, cases the pest that is grown and reproduce in uncontrolled way and causes the destructions of the properties, and they have huge impact on their economic wealth and things. So there's claims for the governments to look on that and to control over that, and which is the what is the cause that the insects are going through this. Here in this picture you can see uncontrolled uh, ants are spreading too much in these rooms, in hotels. Some terminates, we can see terminates attacks that causes the entire structure is destructure and demolished. So this urban forensic entomologist deals with this. So their area of expertise are structural pest damage, nuisance infestations, property dispute, building code violation, real estate transaction. These are the places in which this forensic urban entomologists work. Next is the stored product forensic entomologist. I already said their deals in the investigation of contamination of the food products and commercial goods, often working with manufacturing companies and food safety regulators. So they mainly deals in the food products or commercial goods that is contaminated by the insects, and also they helps in working with the correlations of company manufacturing and also the food safety regulations. So their key responsibilities such as contamination source identification, it determine when and where the insects enter the product. Quality control, they establish whether the contamination occurred pre or post production, before or after the production. Product liability cases, providing expert analysis in the consumer law court related to this kind of cases. Then next is regulatory compliance. They assessing violation of food safety standards. Any company or any institution that are violating this food safety standards or not. Then insurance claims, in that evaluating the loss due to pest contaminations. I said no, this insects may grow and reproduce continuously, and they distract the things of the owner. So they will approach the governments to claim the insurance. So they help, this stored product forensic entomology helps in to get the insurance from the uh, government or private agencies through analyzing these things. So this three are the classification of entomologists based on their things. Next one is the classification based on professional role. So the first one is the field entomologist. So field entomologists are the field specialists that focus on mainly collection and documentation of entomological evidences from the crime scene and the investigation sites. Their primary duties is to responding to crime scenes for specimen collection, documenting environmental conditions such as the temperature, humidity, weather of that crime scene, then photographing the insect activity and evidence, collecting representative samples of all life stages present, then preserving specimens using appropriate techniques, recording detailed chain of custody documentation. The skills they required are crime scene protocol knowledge, specimen collection techniques, photography, GPS operation, weather monitoring, equipment use. These are the essential skills they want. Next is the laboratory entomologists. So these laboratory entomologists are the specialists that conduct the analysis of the specimen and rear the insect under controlled condition and perform the experiment to support the cases that providing the evidences. So their primary duty is to find the inspect specimens to species level, rearing immature species to adult stage for accurate identification. In this, why means we collect the insects in their early stages, so we can't accurately predict the identification which species was this. So they this laboratory entomologists, what they will do means they will rear, they will grow these insects in a controlled condition, so they can to the adult stage, so they can accurately identify the species. Then next is conducting developmental rate studies, performing molecular analysis like DNA extraction and its sequencing, maintaining a reference collection, quality control and validation of the methods. Next is essential skills that need for a laboratory entomologist. That is microscopy, taxonomic identification, insect rearing, molecular biology techniques, data analysis, laboratory safety protocols. Next is the consulting entomologist. So this consulting entomologist provide a professional and expert analysis opinions based on the evidences that is submitted by the others. Mainly, they are private agencies. These consulting entomologists are private persons who provide expert opinion or professional opinions related to the evidence. Second opinion people's example, second opinion people's. Then their primary duty is to reviewing the photographic evidence and report, analyzing data and calculation provided by the others, providing second opinions on complex cases, advising on evidence collection procedures, preparing detailed technical reports, offering strategic guidance to legal teams. Then the essential skills are report view and critical analysis, professional writing, consulting skill, business management. Next one is the research entomologist. So this research entomologists are the persons who focusing on scientific foundation of forensic entomology through systematic study and experiment. Their primary duty is to designing and conducting original research studies, publishing finding in peer-reviewed journal, developing new technologies and techniques, creating developmental database for various species, testing the accuracy and reliability of existing method, training students and other practitioners. So they want essential skills such as experimental design, statistical analysis, scientific writing, grant writing, laboratory management, and teaching quality. So next one is the role and importance of forensic entomology in investigation. First one is that postmortem interval examination. So postmortem interval examination is the one of the crucial application of forensic entomology, in which when a body has been deceased for more than 72 hours, it is traditionally it's not easy to find or determine the time of death. Determine the time of death. Uh, in this time, this insert evidence helps to find this time of death. Next one is the detection of body movement or relocation. In this, the insects can reveal whether a body was moved after the death or before the death. This information is very crucial in homicide investigation. Homicide investigation. And in this, some indicators of the body movements are geographic mismatch. The presence of the insect species not found in the discovery location but native to another area. That means the in geographic mismatch, in some geographic areas some insects are more, so when we analyzing that area, we can not find that species and we are finding other species in the body remains, so we can see that there is a geographic mismatch, so that body has moved. Next is habitat disparity, indoor insect found on outdoor remains or vice versa. Sometimes the insect should be present in the insect is presenting in the outdoor, so there we can feel some suspicious things happened. Then succession anomalies. The succession anomalies means interpretation in normal colonizing pattern indicating body was protected then exposed. The succession pattern means is the colonizing pattern in which the insects are colonized, normally colonized after the body started to decompose. But the time every I said already said the species will come according to the stages of decompositions. But when we look into the corpus, the insect should be present is not present and is feeding by some other insects, and they are producing some colonized pattern. So in that they indicate that the body is protected and then exposed, not the place where this body was killed originally. Like that we can prove from this. Then multiple population, different developmental stages suggesting colonization and different location, as absence of expected species, missing insects that should be present in the discovery environment. So when we found that body and we are checking in that, but according to that area, that species have to be present there. But when we analyze that there is no presence of that species, from there also we can prove that the body is moved or relocated. Next is the wound and trauma pattern analysis. In this, the insect colonize certain areas of remains, and this behavior can provide informations regarding the injury. So here, by analyzing the wound detecting patterns, what we are analyzing that insect typically colonize on the wound before the natural body opens. Heavy concentration of larva can indicate the location of the injury. Pattern of insect activity may reveal antemortem versus postmortem wounds. Then differential colonization can suggest body positioning at the time of death. Next is insect activity on species area can indicate the sexual assault. Next is the geographic location and seasonal determination. In this, the insect distributions can indicate where the death occur and during what season. By analyzing the geographic location and seasonal determination, and their applications such as biographic analysis, altitude determination, seasonal indicators, habitat type, indoor versus outdoor. In biographic analysis, the endemic species indicates specific geographic region, and altitude determination means certain insects only found in certain elevation. So by analyzing that we can see in which elevations this body is found. Then seasonal indicator means some species only come in some months only, and they active in that month only. Then from that we can decide, we can find out which month this crime has happened and which insect is active in that time. Then habitat type means the insects is different according to for the things like forest, field, urban or aquatic. So from we can see from it's belongs to this body is in forest, or this body is dumped in urban area or field or in water bodies. From this we can analyze. Then indoor versus outdoor. Outdoor, I said no, the species that is present have to be sometime not present in indoor, and the insects that have to be present in indoor, it have found to be in outdoor. So in that case also we can prove this evidence that the geographical locations and seasonal determination. Next is the toxicologic analysis support. In this, when a human tissue is too decomposed, forensic traditional toxicology testing is not possible in that time. So in this uh, entomology, we are dealing with entomotoxicology, which helps in detecting that the body is poisoned or not. So in this, what are the things they identify? That insect larvae can accumulate drugs and toxins from the tissues they consume. So we can detect the cocaine, heroin, amphetamines, or prescription drugs and poisoning. Particularly, it's useful when means the body remains is completely skeletonized, and it helps in, I already said, cause of death that is due to drug use or poisoning. It helps in reveal the date rape, drugs or substance used to facilitate the crime. Next is the abuse and neglect documentation. So forensic entomology can document the cause of abuse or severe neglect in living victims, not in death victims, living victims, particularly in vulnerable population like child abuse, elderly neglect, kind of population, and their application in the living victims such as insect infestation in wounds of bedridden persons can indicate neglect. First one is the person, the bedridden person wounds is affected with insect, we can indicate that the presence of neglect has happened. And this fly larva infestation in living tissue documents the duration of the neglect. This child abuse cases with untreated wound colonized by the insects, we can found that the child is abused and neglected. Elder abuse documentations in nursing home or care facilities. If there's the persons who are admitted in nursing home or care facilities, they are not looking them properly means, we can found by insect growing from their body, we can found that they are not looking them properly. Then in animal abuse case also, uh, we can if the insect activity is found in more means, in that also we can found the evidence of abuse or neglect. Next is the importance of forensic entomology in different types of investigation. First is the homicide investigation. So its critical contributions are, it helps in establishing the timeline, it helps in corroborating alibis, means can verify the suspect is saying the true or not, linking the suspect to the scenes. That means this insect is can transfer from body to vehicles or clothing, regarding the Edmund Lockhart principle. Whenever two objects in come in contact within, there is a trace. So this insect can also is possibility of the uh, transferring from the body to the vehicles or the clothing while they are dumping the body or not. Then it helps in determining the sequence of events, like there is multiple victims, or less victims are there, we can help to find the sequence of the event. Next is the identifying manner of death, in which manner this death is happened, like is it a suicidal, accidental, or homicidal. By investigation this forensic and entomological evidence, we can found whether, in which manner, and what is the cause of the death has happened. Next is the missing person cases. In this, when remains are discovered, the entomological evidence is very helpful in identifying the victims and helps in providing the informations related to the, in which circumstance and which situations the death has happened. It also helps in finding up the time frame of their disappearance. It helps in indicating the person was deceased immediately, or if the person is survived for a particular period of time. uh, this also helps in showing if remains were concealed and lately obtained. exposed means they store that body, then after some time only exports after the death, not they what not they dumped after some times of their storing only they are exposed that one. So we can, by analyzing the neurological evidence, we can find that the person's body is stored or not, then provide information about the location where the death was occurred. Next is the mass disaster and war crimes. In this, they helps to provide the informations regarding the large scale uh, rapid processing of numerous victims, in which helps in establishing when a disaster is occurred, and determine if all the victims died simultaneously or time over time, means if they die one by one or they die after some persons now and some person according to time they are died. It helps in identifying remains from multiple events of or location. It helps in providing evidence in war crime tribunals. Next is civil and wildlife cases. In this, beyond the human death, we can focus also in the wildlife cases, in that they helps in determining the animal death occur in wildlife crimes. Uh, if they hunted or they made any illegal activity, because of that reason that thing is died, animal is died or not, we can investigate that one. It helps in investigating insurance fraud involving livestock, then documenting animal neglect and abuse. It helps in resolving the dispute about the time of pet death. So these are the investigation helps that in forensic entomology that helps in the investigation in various cases. Next, we are going to discuss about the using taxonomic key in entomological identification. So a taxonomic key is one of the important tool in the forensic entomology. It helps it treat as a foundational thing in foundation of a accurate species identification in entomology. Without this taxonomic key identifications, we can't identify which insects was present in that time. So, what is a taxonomic key is means it is a systematic identification tool that present a series of paired choice based on contrasting characters. Here we choose the pair by their contrasting characters for the identification. Uh, by making sequential discussion, the user progressively narrowed down the possible identity until reaching a species level identifications. By analyzing the contrasting character by pairing the insects, we can easily reach the species level. That is the taxonomic key. So next is types of taxonomy key. There are mainly dichotomous key, polytokomous key, interactive digital key, and pictorial key. So what is a dichotomous key means? It is a key which helps in the identifying the pattern based on opposing statements often associated with physical characteristics. So in this dichotomous key, what we do means we will state the opposing statement and we will pair them. Here they will use physical characteristics. In this, I given an example. In this, wings are covered by exoskeleton. The next statement is wings are not covered by exoskeleton. So here they make pair by taking opposition statement. Here we can see another one example. Body has round shape. This ladybug have round shape. but that firefly have elongated shape. So they are comparing with the two opposing statements for the identifying the insect species level. Then next is the polytomous key. Here also there we choose only one characters at a time. Here we chooses multiple choices. Next is interactive digital key. These are the computer-based identification system in which they uses multiple access key, allowing the flexible character selections, image-based comparison system, AI-assisted identification tool, and online database with searchable characteristics. Next one is the pictorial keys. Here we use the photographs or a detailed illustration for the visual comparison for the insects for their identifying their species level. So what are the for identifying this feature, we have to know the morphological features. These things we will discuss in module 2. So here what are the critical morphological features used in the keys are for the adult insect features such as wing, venation patterns, number and position of bristles, antenna structure and segments, leg morphology and spines, body coloration and pattern, genital structure, mouth part type, eye structure and separation. For larval feature, they used to observe posterior specular plates, spiral structures and slits, phalangeal skeleton, body segment pattern, spin bands and tubercles, head capsule characteristics, numbers of body segments, pro legs, presence or absence. So these are the critical features that is used in the key, taxonomic key. So next is the step-by-step identification processing by using taxonomic key. It's a standard protocol. So first steps is the specimen preparations. In this, first we have to do properly preserve the specimens with 70 to 95% of ethanol for lava. Then clean specimens if necessary. Then for larva, may need to kill and preserve in hot water to extend body. Step 2 is the initial observation. In this, we have to examine under dissecting microscope having the magnification of 10 to 40x magnification. Then next we have to note general body forms and major characteristics of the insects. Then we have to photograph the specimens with a scale bar. Then third step is the taxonomic level, that is identification. Here we do what means identify to order level first, then narrow to the family level, then genus level, finally to the species level. That's the taxonomic level of identification. Next step 4 is the detailed character examination. Here what we will do means work through the key systematically, one couplet at a time. I said that Dactomonas we use only one couplet at a time. In polytomous key we use as multiple keys. And here they use higher magnification for fine details in the magnification of 10 to 100x. They need to dissect certain structure for clear viewing. In this step, they will dissect some parts for the clear visibility, then compare with the reference specimens or image when available. Then this part is compare with the reference specimens that is collected from the crime scene, or they will refer with the images specimens that is found or available in the database. Next step 5 is verification. In this, they check the identification using the multiple key if available, then compare it with the reference collect from the collected samples or specimens, then verify against the species in a description, then consider geographic and seasonal distribution of the insects, Step 6 is the documentations. Here they record the identification with the key used and page numbers. They take photograph of diagnostic features. They note any unusual characteristics, and also they preserve the voucher specimens for future documentation. So these are the step-by-step identification process for the taxonomic level and documentation purpose. Next is the significance of forensic entomology in the legal context. So, as I already said in earlier about the scope, major area, their key investigation things, here also they helps in accurate estimation of postmortem interval. They collaborate with other forensic evidences such as pathology, toxicology, anthropology, which helps in increasing the evidentiary value of the case. They helps in crime scene reconstruction, then helps in the identification of cause and manner of death. Then they helps in to prove the evidence in neglect and abuse cases. They helps in proving the detection of drug through the toxicological analysis of this entomological evidence. They helps in providing this expert testimony in court by the forensic entomologist by scientifically analyzing the evidences that they obtained, and they provide expert testimony in the court of law. They helps in mass disaster and war crime investigation by establishing the timelines and support human right investigation. So these are the significance of forensic entomology in legal context. So next is the last part, limitation and challenges in forensic entomology. So uh, the scientific first one is the scientific and methodological limitation. First one is the temperature dependency. So in this, uh, temperature dependency is the one of the major limitations in forensic entomology. The challenges such as the insect development is directly depend on the ambient temperature. The ambient temperature in means the temperature in which the insects grow. The so for a different species, their ambient temperature is different. So in case there any small temperature errors happen in that growing phase, there should be a significant change in the PM calculation. And this temperature at the body microenvironment may different from regional weather data, because each region the difference is different. So according to that, there is also miscalculations of the temperature. Next one is the historical weather data may not accurately reflect conditions such as specific crime scene. So if I taken already the data of a particular place, then when a crime is conducted after so much years, their weather pattern is not same. So that is also a challenge in the forensic entomological evidence. Next is the species and geographic variation. In this, insect species distribution and behavior vary by location to locations, that we have to note. Here in challenges is that limited baseline data. Limited baseline data means the development rate published for only a fraction of forensically relevant species. So in this, the forensic relevant data of some species only was published by the entomologist. So it is also a limited baselines for this. Next one is the geographic gap. That is, most research is conducted in North America, Europe, Australia, not in every region. So that is also an important gap. Next is the seasonal variation. That means same species may behave different in different seasons. because every uh, seasons there should be some differences there. So in same species they will behave differently in different seasons. Maybe this in this summer time this species won't be that much of active in that time, but in winter time they will be active. So season also causes the distractions or the notification of the evidence in wrong way. Uh, Then next is the population difference. In this, geographic population of same species may have different development rates. That means the species will grow uh, in different geographic populations, but their development rates is very much less. Next is climate change, that is historical range and behavior may shift. According to the climatic changes, the insect's behavior and its area of their historical growth is different. This also causes the changes and limitations in forensic entomological analysis. Next one is the environmental factors affecting the colonization. So the various factors can delay, prevent or alter the normal insect succession period. So here the delaying factors such as body submersion in water, burial or concealment, wrapping in plastic or fabric, enclosed indoor spaces, extreme cold temperature, and chemical contaminations. So here what is there means uh, every species have a particular temperature, weather conditions to grow. So in case there should be a alteration in the normal succession patterns that will causes in the environmental growing and the succession period of the time. Next one is the PM estimate limitations. In this, we have to consider that minimum PM. So, in entomological analysis, we can't say exact time of the postmortem interval. We can say only minimum time since death. That we have to note. And next is pre-colonization intervals, unknown delay between death and first insect arrival. So after the death, the first insect that is come in the place is fly. But in case there anything that's delay this coming of this in first arrival of the insect, it also causes the uh, distractions of the evident calculation. And then range not point estimate. So result should be presented as confidence interval. We have to what estimate the interval of the time by confidence interval, means particular interval of time. So sometimes this range also different. Then multiple scenarios possible. Same insect evidence may support different interpretations, means same species will support in different result calculation. So that is also a causes in the calculation of this postmortem interval. Next is the species identification challenge. In this, accurate identification is critical, but not always the straightforward. In the species identification challenge, such as immature stages, larvae of closely related species can be morphologically ideal. That means in immature type stage, the insects that is present in the body of the corpse in their starting larva period, it looks same, morphological identical. So there should be a clash in recording that which with this larva is belong to which, and this particular larva into which species, and there should be a confusion because of their larva stage. Most of the species uh, morphology is closely identical. Then next one is the damaged specimens. Poor preservation or collection may destroy the diagnostic features. So, when we collecting the evidence, if we collect the evidence and preserve, if we preserve it is in a poor way, it is very difficult to analyze their features because their diagnostic features may be destroyed by doing the poor preservation and collection of the evidence. Next is taxonomic expertise requires specialized model not universally available. So if the experts taxonomic expert is not that much of uh, that much of knowledge in that particular field, we can't identify the species level, or we can't classify, not able to classify the species. Next is undescribed species. Not all species have been formally described by the scientist. That means some insects is not reported properly, so there should be a chance of missing that descriptions of that particular species. Then cryptic species. Cryptic species means they are morphological identically, but genetically in different species exist. I already said in immature stage. So there is a confusion about the two species. So these are the species challenges in species identification. Next is the practical and operational challenges. That means first is evidence collection issues. Evidence collection issue is the proper collection of entomological evidence requires specialized training that may first responder lack. So if the first responder lack this specialized technique of collecting the proper entomological evidence, it may causes the error in the evidence analysis. So common collection errors such as failing to collect specimen before the body is removed, not collecting sufficient specimen or developmental stages, improper preservation like in wrong alcohol concentration, wrong temperature, then inaccurate documentation of collection location and condition. Next one, distribution or destroying insect evidence before expert arrival, then not collecting environment samples, then missing of temperature data collection at the scenes. So what the impact means, they affects the losing the credibility or liability of the evidence forever. So these are the issues that is happened in the during the evidence collection or challenges. Next is scene contamination and disturbance. In this, the crime scene processing can inadvertently compromise the entomological collection. That means if we not secure the crime scene properly, it causes the disruption of evidences, and it causes the disturbance of the evidence, which causes in the alter scientific analysis in such as the limitation or challenges such as found in scene contamination and disturbance are body movement disturbs insect activity and distribution, photography flies and artificial lightning may attract or repel the insects, investigator presence alters scene microclimate, evidence collection disturb the surrounding habitat, delay notification of entomologists result in lost specimens. So these are the challenges that is facing during the time of scene contamination and disturbance. Then next is limited availability of expert. Here, the qualified forensic entomologists are very rare, and also very the position availability globally is very less. So most of the time there should be an non-availability of the entomologist. If in case this availability is not found, it causes the geographic disruption, uneven, and response time may be delayed. That also affect evidence quality. It also causes the course of consultant may be prohibited for some jurisdictions. That means the limited availability of experts means not that much of qualified entomologists are we can found in globally. If they're present also, if they come in late and if they are delaying the time of their arrival to the crime scenes, that is also causes the disruptions of collecting the evidences from the crime scene, that may causes the integrity of the evidence that should be produced in the legal is also uh, causes its destruction. Next is the time requirement for analysis. In entomological analysis, time is intensive. So, what are the challenges here facing is rearing to adult. That means it take 2 to 4 weeks for definite identifications. In crime scene, we found some larvas, immature alvas. By seeing that, we can't predict which species is that. So, for rearing them under a controlled environment in the laboratory, we have to wait for 2 to 4 weeks of their growing phase. This also causes the limitation. Then weather data accusations. The historical data of this weather conditions also causes the time consuming. Then calculation, if we don't did it properly, it also causes the non-detailing of the casework. Then report preparations, the comprehensive documentation, if the data is too much is there, that also causes the time lagging. Then next is pressure for quick result. Sometimes we have to submit the evidence analysis in the legal matters. For that, the entomologist is have get a so much pressures to put faster results. So in case there is a miss resulting of the proper evidence documentation. These are the time requirements analysis limitation. Next is resource and equipment requirements. Here, if we want to use proper facility or specialized equipments in the evidence collections, it may affect in the factors such as insect rearing chambers with temperature control. If not properly did means it also causes the destruction of the insects or uneven growth. Dissecting and compound microscope if not properly means it also causes the proper reporting of the analysis. Then reference collection of local species, if not collect proper reference from the local species also by using the equipments is also causes the destruction. Then comprehensive taxonomic library, if they don't have taxonomic library also causes the miss taxonomic key calculation. Next, molecular biology equipment for DNA analysis. If this equipment is not worked properly also causes the analysis of the DNA is also become negative. Next is data loggers and environmental monitoring equipments, specialized preservation supplies. This data loggers and environment monitoring equipments is not work properly means we can't find out in which data entered in which time and which supply is given for preserving the insects also. If we not reported properly means we don't get a proper data on this timings of entry and exist. So next is the legal and professional challenges. First one is the lack of standardization. Unlike some forensic disciplines, forensic entomology also lacks some protocols, such as no mandatory certification or license in most jurisdictions, varying standards for evidence collection and analysis, different calculation method used by different practitioners, no universal accreditation for laboratories, limited proficiency testing program available. These are the lack of standardization challenge. Next is communication challenges. If we don't have proper communication, it may affect in complicity, uncertainty by defining the answer properly to the legal matters. Then minimum TM concept also causes the misunderstanding by the lawyers and jury. Then cross examination. Attorney may exploit the scientific by if that during the cross examinations, if the lawyer is asking something unwanted question related to that, because they're not able to understand that things properly, that is also causes the challenge in the evidence presentation during the court. Mispresentation risk. Media and court may oversimplify or misstate the findings. Sometimes this media and jury also can't able to recognize what they are able to present in that time. Then that is also causes the misrepresentation, misleading, illegal, not illegal, misleading the wrong informations to the public. That is also causes a challenges in forensic entomology. Next is the education and training gaps. The formal training programs are very limited. Like that, few university only offers forensic entomology programs, and also limited standard curriculum also there. Then law enforcement training in the evidence collection is also very minimal, and also the opportunity of getting the informations is also very scattered. Next is the ethical challenges. That is, practitioner faces unique ethical consideration, means challenges in pressure. First one is the pressure for retaining the parties to provide a favorable testimony. They will pressure because of giving money and saying that they have to rechange the report to favoring them. That is also causes an illegal leading of the evidence collection report in by that submitting into the court of law. Next is balancing scientific quotients with investi- investigative needs, managing conflicts of interest, determining when evidence is insufficient for reliable conclusion, responsibility when finding contradict prevailing the theory. So in this ethical challenges, they basically an important ethical change is they're putting them in unwanted pressure for favoring the purples who want to change the evidence favorable for them. And also, if the entomologist is not that much of interest in doing these things, also causes some challenges. And if they are not following the protocol properly in the evidence matters, and also in analysis, also causes the challenges in reporting the a data analysis during the um, court. So these are the limitation and challenges that is mostly found in the forensic entomology. So I think hope this session is understandable for you guys. The session is going to be end. So thank you everyone.